You are Devon. Devon, Devon, Devon. Oh, my little Devon. Oh, pence. For a pinch. More change. You're the change for it. Strands you know. Hollywood's a
Turn around and you'll see it's a real reflection of the truth. And speaking with Judas, can he give me a sign?
You cannot feel, you cannot see, you cannot take this world out from me.
Store your mind, it will unwind. We're out in the turn around and you'll see it's a real reflection of the truth.
Been feeling really weird today. It's a weird day for some reason. Hello, guys. Good evening. Hi, welcome to Saturday's live stream on YouTube. Yes, this is the stream that is now planned for today. I was supposed to be somewhere today. As you might know from yesterday's stream, I talked about it yesterday. If you want to go and listen to that story, go back to yesterday's live stream. If you weren't here yesterday, I'll just quickly say that we've rescheduled our times now. It's actually going to be the 8th of June, so that's better. And we've all sorted out the 8th of June now, which is better for me to go. So anyway, guys, so I'm here this afternoon. I'm just going to chat till that afternoon till about 5:30, until Devon decides to go out again, which is one thing. Well, yesterday was a day. Today has been good. I have been shopping today. I have been getting new candles today, which has been nice. I got this new one today. This is the new one I got. This is I think this one is a kind of a sea breeze kind of smell. This is quite nice. The other one's over there. The other one's actually up there. I don't smell is going to be smelling nice in the room today. So yeah, So yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. I have my snacks, I have my treats, I have my sweets, I've been shopping today in B&M's today. B&M's, great store. Sent a picture to JoJo today. Unicorn bites, they're called. Bernard Manning's unicorn bites. I've never had Bernard Matthews in ages. I don't have them. I used to eat the sandwiches, but they're awful. Oh my god, they're dreadful. I mean, they used to be nice in the 80s, but now, they're very salty and very. So I don't like them at all. It's just not very good. So I've got my messenger today. Yeah, Mark was in touch today. Mark's good. He hasn't been very well for a couple of days. His Facebook had been blocked. I don't know who messed around with his account, but changed his passwords and he's fine now with his stuff. He's feeling better. Here we are going to pick up the record player on Wednesday. Well, I will be after I come back from Prudhoe on Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm going to Prudhoe on Wednesday for the whole day with Mac and Jade, because we're going to finish off her album Restitched. As you may have known, over the past couple of months, this album has been talked about so much and it's been singing on it. Oh, by the way, I also got my Marmite. Yes, I did. This is actually, these jars are in B&M's for £2.45, and this is pretty cheap, that. So I thought, well, why not? I'll buy it. Why not? So I didn't spend much money today, which was good. I didn't spend a lot of money going travelling today, which was good. So that was a great thing as well. So yeah, I have juice as well. I do. This juice was from yesterday, would you believe? This is all gone now. So I've got some more today. I've been nearly through this over 2 weeks worth of juice. I love this stuff to bits. I love it. I wish they would sponsor me to actually sponsored by who makes this stuff anyway? Happy Shopper, is it? Produced in the UK by Happy Shopper Limited. So if you got Happy Shopper down there, yeah, you can basically just go and buy it because I like it so much. So yes, so I must have drunk this stuff over the past year or so, and in fact, it's a good drink to drink. So I am feeling good today. I feel great today. So day's been good. Now there's something in my corner of my eye here. I don't know whether this is a joke or this is either something that Wish has done. Right. So okay, so you probably know over the past couple of weeks, I ordered a couple of things for JoJo a couple of weeks ago. And I got her some glasses. She got them yesterday. She looks great with them on from Wish, and they were only £1, they were free of charge. What I don't know how this has happened. This is something that apparently that has gone wrong. I think Wish has messed up my order for some reason, which is very unusual. She doesn't actually know about this actually, but I'll say it live on here. If she watches the stream back, I'll say it live. So what's come is this package came today. Yeah, this package, and it didn't feel like there was anything in it. And I thought, oh, it'll be the pins that we ordered the pins for. Well, according to this, it's not what we actually ordered. What it is, it's this bag is big for just one item, and this is really unusual. Get in now, get in, get in. But behave then. What's your grandma? Look me in. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So this has come through the post today, and I thought, great, it's the pins that she ordered, and it's what she wanted. Right, I look on here and it says 1 inch brush, 1 inch brock. I think it is BRO brock. Brock. Well, I don't know what it means. The wearing pins that we ordered for it. So anyway, so I opened it up. What on earth do they give you? So Wish has decided they gave her this, which is not what I ordered. So whether this was my free gift I must have received, I'm still waiting for the pins to arrive. So I'm thinking that Wish has sent this free of charge, and it's something extra for her. So it's very thing of it. It says here, obviously, 1 of 2. So maybe it's one of this. But for a big bag, that's all that was in it. It was this tiny little brooch. It's like, what? This is a joke. So it was free of charge anyway. But maybe I got this free of charge when I was ordering on Wish anyway from it, which is what it is. So I'll find out if she wants it on Monday. And see what happens with that anyway. I'll keep you updated about that, guys, on the Wish stuff anyway from this. But I won't be ordering any more Wish stuff anyway for now because she's now got someone else ordering her Wish stuff, which is convenient for her now, which is good. So it's cool. It's cool. And I get to see her on Monday, which is nice. We all arranged for Monday, which is good. So we're having a meeting on Monday. And yeah, so it should be really interesting. So it'll be a good day. So she couldn't actually arrive yet, as I say yesterday. She was ill yesterday, but she's feeling a bit better now, and she's feeling fine. So she's not too bad. So tomorrow it's the match tomorrow. That's why I'm not out tomorrow. Well, I will be out for a walk. We'll be down all the way over to Washington again, which is one thing. No, tomorrow I'll be. I think me and David are just going to go around. We're probably going to go somewhere different tomorrow. Just because we basically don't want to keep going the same way every week. And long walks are pretty much what we're doing now. So tomorrow I think we'll probably go down to somewhere different tomorrow. Probably trying to stay tomorrow. Might be easy to do it. So we had 2 hour walk tomorrow with her tomorrow and so alright. Because last week, as I said, this week's walk has been great. The 3 hour walk we took this week, which is really, really good indeed, so it's cool. Nathan's here. Hello Nathan, how are you, mate? Good evening, Tess. Good evening. It's not evening, it's the afternoon. It's only 3:30. Yes, how are you, mate? I hope you're okay today. Yeah, everything's going good. Everything's great. I saw this new. I saw this thing you posted yesterday, Nathan. That was about. Let's have a look. You posted something on your messenger yesterday, which was pretty good actually. This app that Nathan thing, and it's a PDF document scanner, and it's well, I'll just pause it anyway. What it is, I don't need the sound on. Turn the sound off. Turn the sound off. I hate the music on every single app. It's got to be so fucking shit. Anyway, so what it is, it's a I'll have to pause it because it starts automatically like that anyway. So what it is really interesting. This is you basically, if you didn't have a scanner on your phone, you can take a picture of your contracts that you have on there. Then it scans it, and then it makes a PDF. Then you put your signature on there. Then after that's done, you'd email it to whoever you want to do it and stuff. Document sent. It's called iScanner. It's a very unique tool. That is a very unique tool indeed. It's very clever and very very interesting for us. So that's cool. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing. That's really interesting indeed for it. Cool. Gaming Head's here. Last night, me and Gaming Head, we had a great night last night. We were watching classic Queen videos last night, and we were on Skype. And honestly, last night I would have watched a complete overhaul of his video collection, It was really good. So I really enjoyed that yesterday. So I really did. So we have to do some more of that because it was good. I also started watching Alien as well. We started watching Alien 1 last night, and I said to Gaming Head, have they actually restored all of that part where his thing comes out of his body? And they did. And they did put that scene back in. They put the scene in with all of the body and the blood was and all uncut. And about time it was as well, so it was really good. One of the ones that I can't stand is Blade Runner. I can't get my head around Blade Runner as well. I've also got a message for you today as well, Jan. You said, here is a complete rip of Time. Great stuff. And it's and I can't wait to hear that actually. I hope it's good. And he says, I've just managed to sort out a few things in my audio and hear myself better as well. I didn't play that audio last night actually. But he has told me that the Audacity is working out well for him to record, but he's kind of too loud because it makes it distorted. But it was cool. The place I went to yesterday, great stuff. I'm thinking lots of things, but always depending price, mate. Yeah, we went to this. I was telling yesterday on our live stream. Me and Nathan went to this place called DC Reclamation, which is all PC parts. That place is brilliant for stuff, and he's just saying prices and stuff for it. Well, like I say, if all you got to do is go down and see them and talk to them about it, just see what you want. Just make a list of parts you want, or talk about to the guy itself. And that guy was yesterday was brilliant. He was, but it's really. I mean, you could get a bundle for about 50 quid at least anyway for just a board and the CPU, and then all you got to do is just buy your processor, just buy your main thing for it. Because all the stuff they had yesterday, they had all like desktop PCs, and it was interesting looking at some of the desktop PCs that they had. They had some of the PCs from Dell machines, and they were all like business ones, obviously what they had. But there was a lot of stuff in there that we could have gone there all day and saw it. Or there was laptops in there. There was PC parts. There was motherboards. There was tons of stuff in that place, and it was well worth going there as well because the prices were not expensive. We just wanted to have a decent price of what we could afford. And we don't want to pay all the top prices. Get something like 30 quid is exactly what you need. You know, for 30 to 40 pound at least is enough to buy it. So, it was really good. It was a lot of good used parts, but it was definitely worth checking out what we were getting for it. So some good deals in that place, really good. Brilliant place to go to. Even when some people were thinking about getting a server, someone was wanting to buy a server for their business, and it was good and had all these Dell printers. And all of them had been coming off and came all the way from an office that was closed, and they were getting all these. Like Tuesday, they said they getting these big TVs in on Tuesday for a good price. The cheapest one that they sell is 350 quid, but they can get it down to a good price for you on that time. So you're negotiating very well. You talk to them, but it's kind of like it's a business place where they like to sell things, but you basically just go there for used parts, and they just say we'll sell you a board and motherboard for about £40 if you want, and so we'll take it, and and then they're very clever at making sure they work, test the boards, making sure it's okay, and it's good. It's a good place to go to. It's really good. It's like upstairs. It's like a big warehouse upstairs, and in the back they've got TVs there. They've got old Dell, massive chunk boards of Dell screens, and Nathan was actually after. He was after one of the big screens he saw, and I said, well, the only thing you would get them from is probably when you buy them for about, you get one from the charity shops and British Heart Foundation, which will save you a bit more money because only £80 to buy, and that's not bad at all for a non-screen anyway. Not be using it for TV side of it. I mean, this is kind of like a TV really. This is like a big TV screen. This one's the biggest probably I've had. I mean, this one only cost me 150 quid in Tesco. So Nathan could get a cheap one for about £80 in charity shop down there. Better off going to British Heart Foundation, mate, and buy one there. It's very cheap indeed. I'm thinking about creating a Twitch account. where I could do some vinyl live streams since you don't have copyright issues there. This happened in the past before. Girls Play, channel I used to love so much, they got into trouble as well for stuff like that. I don't know if Twitch is allowed to do that or not. I be very careful what you do. I know that I know Twitch is trying new, because now it's owned by Amazon, obviously now. They are just they're trying to find various ways to do it really for us. There is actually an alternative. There is an alternative that you don't have to actually do that on Twitch. You can actually go on to you can do a stream on Ustream. Ustream is probably the best one to go for, but now it's a platform for business only. Or you could go on to there's a channel that's there's a lot of channels actually that don't have any gaming inside of it, but there's a lot of them that can be also some of them can actually be free. There's actually free platforms to use. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, you have to disable PVR, then it might work. You have a bigger audience on Twitter. Oh, it might be, yeah, might be. Whether it'll be successful or not. I know you can do it on Facebook, but Facebook has issues as well. Let's say it has to be all genuine stuff to do it away from it. So I'm going to pick up the turntable on Wednesday from Mark. He's going to basically, I'm getting on the train from Prudhoe to Newcastle that day, and then Mark's going to meet me at the station. I'll pick up the turntable and get his and get the turntable off him. And he said, "Well, when do you want to pick it up?" I said, "Well, Wednesday. I'm actually travelling back to Newcastle, so Wednesday night if you want to." That's what I need. That's okay. Facebook is crap for doing live streams. It's all right. It's talking is okay, but music is no. Get in. What's your mama? What's your mama? Yeah, Devon's just Devon. Devon's Devon. Yeah, Facebook's not too bad. I like to go on it because it's just for SG Attempts label and doing live streams on there, which is alright. It's alright, but it's not really good for things. That's why JoJo she's never ever done a live stream in her life. She's never done one. I don't think she likes to be on camera a lot. I think she likes to be off camera, and she's yeah. I mean, we're having a meeting on Monday actually. The same meeting we just had with Nathan and Jade, and yeah, we're having a meeting on Monday. So it'll be Sunday service obviously on Sunday, which is crazy stuff on Sunday to get to town. Some stupid ideas. Anyway, but that's not too bad. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, everything's good. Everything's been sorted for Wednesday, thank God. So that's cool. I had a message from someone last night, as I was just on Skype with a game he had last night. It was great last night, but Jan, obviously, his name. He was showing me the Japan. He showed me the Japan Queen in Japan live. Yes, it was. It was a very interesting, fast-paced tour. That actually, very fast-paced. It seems everyone was playing so fast, and that show was just like completely. It wasn't sped up. It was actually recorded as it was. Quality was really amazing. What we were trying to do last night was, it was hilarious. What we were doing last night. We were trying to find on the Blu-ray edition of the Rainbow '74 concert. We were trying to find the hidden Easter egg of the Hustler that started up the gig. Try to find it everywhere on the DVD, on the Blu-ray. Can't find it at all. So it looks like it's actually only available on the box set of it. Funny thing is, The funny thing is, when we're ripping the DVD, the old Universal logo comes up with Universal Home Video, and then after that was off, then it comes up with an FBI logo that apparently is one of the worst ever FBI logos I've ever seen, because that for me was not genuine. It wasn't a genuine logo. That was done by Photoshop. Yeah, it says it was supposed to be genuine. I think it's not. That wasn't genuine. It just was like it was really bad. It was just like FBI. It wasn't even an original FBI logo on it. It just felt like it was just like slapped on by Gary Taylor's own little typing out little messages and things. So that was a disappointment. But yeah, we were trying to figure out this hidden footage that apparently was supposed to be on a Blu-ray set, but it's not. It's it was actually on. It still is on YouTube actually, but obviously nobody knows where it is on the DVD or Blu-ray version of it. So there's a hidden. I thought it was a hidden feature on it, but there's no hidden features on that at all. Although there is a lot of hidden features on the DVD of number 2, Greatest Video Hits 2, and there is hidden features on Greatest Video Hits 1. There is on the second disc, because there's an alternative version of Who Wants to Live Forever, which has never ever been seen, and there is also a hidden Easter egg of Who Wants to Live Forever, the Ian and Belinda version for Cancer, which was uploaded on my channel many years ago, and it still is one of the most moving versions that I've ever seen on camera, especially when Brian breaks down a lot, which is okay. He says time is a problem, you know. Just get time to see, that's all. So anyway, so as you want, the next project coming up for Jade is going to be Gothic Songbook 2, and we are looking at songs for what she's going to cover this time. We've got a lot of songs already sorted out. We've got a song by Stone Sour. She's covering a song called Through Glass, which I love it so much. I really like it, and I think she'll do justice on that song. It's good. And this one's longer. This one's a 12-track album. This one we put together 12 tracks of songs that, again, we're going back into the Nigel Stock stuff again. We're doing all the gothic things and stuff as well, which is brilliant music she likes to do. And we decided that that's her genre. She likes and the rock feel as well, which is one thing, but she likes to do more of the good things in it. So Going Song with 2 is coming on pretty good. We're covering a song, Martha's Harbour. We got rights to use that song, which was great. We also are covering Jade's writing 2 new songs for this, I think, for this album, and she's producing a whole lot. She is. She's not doing. I'm not doing this one. The next 2 Gothic Songbooks are going to be hers only. We're putting together the compilation album that's ready for December. That's going to have a 16-track compilation album. That's going to be very long indeed, but well worth it for fans of her music, and she likes it. And we're also, the first time ever on CD, it's got to be the first cover song she did, which is called Almost Lover, which was not produced by me actually. It was done by a guy called Tony, I can't remember his name now, but it was recorded at Clooney Studios in Newcastle. But she, I asked her first, and she said, you know what you should bring out is on CD is Almost Love It. It's got to be out. She wants to go back and do it again, but she wants me to do some extra parts to the song. The vocals on that were really good indeed on that song. That was the first time she actually sang. And she is, as I said, she's an amazing singer. She's brilliant. So Almost Love will be the first one on there. Other songs that are considered for the compilation album, she's writing 3 originals for this. She's writing a song called, well, I've written one called Sudden Change of Heart, which we've given to her now to do for this. And then we've also gave her the song, the one she's writing, Three Hearts, will be on it as well. And then the third one that she's doing is The Sound of Silence. She wants to put on this Gothic Songbook 2, and then Gothic Songbook 3, we're going to have the last compilation, the last ever cover songs to do on it. And she's got a couple of things in mind actually for doing a YouTube channel. She wants to do more live videos than like live, instead of doing all these ones. Judas was never ever considered to have a live video for that. That was just a basic video put together in thingies on it. But she wants to get away from all that stuff. She wants to do live videos, like proper videos now, like as the guys over at I think he does. The guys over at we call it Front Ears do all that stuff anyway. So we want to try and do that sort of feel to it, and see what we can do with it. And so that should be cool. That should be really cool. So that's cool. So look out for Pain and Not Just You coming out. They're coming out in June. We're filming it. We're going to shoot them in June, and then in the middle of that time, in that week, we'll probably get the videos edited on the day. There'll be a lot of footage, obviously, from us. We're going to try and do it our style, and Jade's going to be back in here editing more videos for the channel, and reworks the songs. We're going to work with the we're going to do 5 songs from the first time she did Secret Voice, because we've already got the 12 single version of Secret Voice already sorted out. And we have actually been really busy with a couple of more tracks for us to do. And then we're starting on, after all this is done by Jade's side of it, we're going to start working with Nathan on his next one. Because we're going to start doing his songs soon. He's been writing a couple of songs for his album. He's been listening to Vein and Pain a lot, and he said he likes to listen back to what he likes to do. But he likes to do something like more differently than what we kind of work on a little bit from what we do with it. So he's been very busy writing things at the minute with JoJo, because they're co-writing songs now, which is brilliant. Nice to see that pastiche thing with it and stuff. And then I think after that, I think we're planning to do. Well, if this ever does get back on track again, I hope it does, because I'll be seeing her about that on Friday, next Monday, to see if we go ahead with releasing 3 songs from JoJo instead of doing an album. I hope so, because we want to get. I told her we definitely need to get out 3 songs that we think should be out. And that was Fallen, the song Mav's Days, which we have already released anyway. Your Scars was definitely going to be a release that we wanted to do. But we haven't decided yet what we want to do with those songs yet. We don't know whether to make a live video or make an actual video of just doing it like with pictures and video again, lyric video, which would be nice indeed. So we haven't got a clue yet. We don't know what we're doing with that yet. So, but they're her songs anyway, personal songs for herself. But we just don't know what to. We don't know if we're going to release them yet or not. But she's up to her. It's up to me. Because the ownership is mine, but she has the rights for the songs. She wrote it obviously for herself, so that's why she's getting paid for it, because she did a good job for us. Good. So tomorrow, it's a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a day of football tomorrow, because someone's playing. I think they're playing at home tomorrow. I think they are. I should actually look at that actually now here. They're playing. I think they're playing at home tomorrow for the. Let's see. Let's have a look, see if they're playing tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be really busy tomorrow in town as well, so it's going to be crazy. But yes, they are playing. Oh, playing away actually. Playing away tomorrow at 3 o'clock, which is going to be town crazy tomorrow. So they're having a big. It's the big one as well tomorrow for the stuff. So let's hope that they do justice and let's hope they do win tomorrow. So they need to win because they have been losing quite a lot on their things as well, which is one thing. One thing we have been discussing recently was the last night when I was with Gaming Head last night talking to a lot of stuff about Queen. I was really getting peed off with the fact that when he showed me the footage from Budapest, which has still not been bloody completely done. The one in Budapest was for me shocking, really shocking. I really wasn't impressed with it, to be honest. I wasn't impressed with the print. I wasn't impressed with anything about it. Just felt they really ripped us off. They just ripped us off really badly. I just felt it was just not a good thing to have. I felt it was kind of like we were chewed off with what they were doing. I said to him, obviously, like, Queen doesn't own the rights to the film. They don't own it at all. It's actually the Hungarian government owns that film. What they just did, well, they just basically made the clarity of the picture very well what was anyway for us. Yes. Devin! Will you be careful what you're doing, dog? God, blimey. You're becoming to be a bit of a mouthful today, you are. What? You sorted now, eh? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, I'll sit here then. There you go, off screen now. 2 minutes. Doesn't like when she sees herself on the screen, that's why it is. Anyway, moving on. Moving on from that. Queen Productions bought the cut film from 1987, not the original film. I know they did. It's the only reason why is because the rights were not, well, obviously Queen doesn't own the rights to it. The rights are originally by the Hungarian government. But I was saying before about it was all they did was just basically just. Maybe out there now. Who's that for? You see, people have got to understand that Queen Productions are totally useless to us. They basically what they do is they can only afford. Well, actually, they actually didn't buy the film. They actually just basically used the VHS tape, which is all they used. They just decided that they were not allowed to use the beginning of the footage. But what they would do is they would only use the end credits of the original tape. Right? That's what I don't understand about that is they just use it from the beginning of the film and they just say to us, well, we really can't use the very beginning of the footage of the film because it's not copyrighted by that. What they did was they just basically over-pasted the beginning, and Tava Sise comes on the beginning of the film originally with the credits on it, but the credits were taken off. And they just had to put their own bloody stupid version of it on, which was ridiculous to put on anyway. So that was not really a good decision from Queen's side of it. But they never got the rights to the film, and they don't own it, and they don't own the film at all. So it's the Hungarian government that owns it, but they would have to pay more money to get it out. But it's just nah. Well, some people have seen it before, you have, but it's my point of view. No, it's definitely a no-no to get. It's not one of the best ones ever Queen did. So that was a disaster. Neither is the Odeon one. I think the Odeon was a mistake. Especially since the BBC owned that actually, and after that the BBC didn't have the rights to the rest of the footage for us. So that was a disaster, a complete disaster. So BBC decided, oh, well, you really can't use audio as a testing. And that's what I don't understand about Queen Productions. They are so pathetic. They're just like bringing all these idiots that come in and just say, right, that goes off, that goes off. We've got to put a black screen on and we'll put like our own version of the Queen logo on it and then we'll do it that way and thing on it. And that to me is kind of saying, you guys did not get the rights to the footage. And then Gary Taylor comes on the very end of it and gives his own little trails and little smiles and little editing shit ways of how things are done my way. And I was like, mate, what are you doing? You really wasted the end of it. So no, I wasn't impressed with that at all. So audio is totally a definite no-no to get on DVD. Terrible. Audio version better. Fully uncut. Brilliant. Don't like the TV version. It's just terrible. But saying that though, I mean, like yesterday when I was watching that Japan one, it's interesting how they were doing songs like Liar in 82, 85, 84, sorry, 84, and then doing songs like Keep Yourself Alive, which these were like the last songs before the Wembley one came up, when they were cutting songs out obviously for that. And so that was kind of like, yeah, 85 it was, 85, that's right, 85, because the one, because again, the one disappointment, I think that still to this day should never ever have been released was Rio. Live from Rio is not complete. Live from Rio is another one they should never ever touched, and they just basically fucked it off. So they just pissed around with that edit, and it was just terrible, terrible beginning. And I just thought, why even bother bringing that out for? And that was terrible to bring out on DVD. So whoever's got that, well, slander it to hell. Just get rid of the bin and just say that a terrible release came out of that. Print's awful, not HD, not even complete, and that's when Queen Productions went right downhill. So it started off being good, then it goes up from being good to from Rainbow and Wembley, then it goes downhill to Hungarian, Odeon, thingy, there, and that just will shut it to hell. So wasn't really impressed with anything from Hungarian right down there to that one to that one's the best ones to go for. So that's what I don't like about their releases. Their releases are shit. I mean, Mark's been telling me about this thing. He said that they might bring out Hyde Park. Well, I mean, there is a bootleg available of Hyde Park from Wardour. Whether Wardour got the rights to use the footage from the Hyde Park, where the fuck did they get it from? God knows why. God knows where. Still after the Nebworth 86, some people have been asking me about that DVD, that book, that set. The Nebworth 86 is now at print. It's not very easy to get that now actually. The Nebworth 86 box set with a DVD is not in. It's not available anymore. Discogs has removed the listing because they think it's counterfeit. It's a great box set to get, but it's one of those things where in life where you got to try and find it somewhere else. And eBay was selling it on 2 years ago, whether eBay's not allowed to sell it anymore, or whether the fact that the Japanese company have just gone, Wardour's gone uppy downy thing, whatever it is, you know, that would be right. Anti-Den on Discogs has got that actually. He would like to part with it, but if a Queen fan, diehard fan, gets in touch with them and asks them, can we have the order for it? Maybe you could do a deal with it. Anti-Den's a good guy, but he can be very negotiable sometimes. I think he's from Japan. I think he is. So yeah. So what they got to do next is Queen Productions have got to think about bringing out something that they can bring out. If Hyde Park gets next released, well, let's hope to God that they do get the rights to use it. Water release of Hyde Park is poor quality, but the point is they won't release it because I had to stop the concerts before the actual end. Well, that's probably right then. Probably churchy what they're doing for it now. But whether in due course in the UK, whether in due course that Universal kicks their asses and say, right, so let's see what's happening today in the Queen world. What's next to be released? And they just go, ooh, ooh, we know what we'll bring up next. That's fucking stupid. Well, here's something else the BBC should. Well, let's go back to something that we really should talk about. Is the Queen at the BBC, the Queen at the Beeb, BBC, that terrible white release that came out, that dreadful release that came out from God knows when. You know, I don't like that box set at all. I don't like that BBC one. I think it's just a terrible release, and it's really not worth. It's not worth really. It's not really worth it. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, needless to say, I mean, the new Queen on that. Yeah, that thing. First of all, the packaging was crap. The LP version, the vinyl version, was better. The CD version is shit. It's shit. None of it is complete. None of it's complete. All it is, it's just slapped together with what the first disc is completely full of Queen outtakes on it, and BBC versions, and then after that it goes into meaningless concert that is really kind of crap audio on it, and a black thing, and then it's like interview with Queen uncut ish thing, what it is. Actually, my mum came in the room yesterday and she said, I'd seen a Queen thing for you. Was a black edition of the book, and I said, oh, I've already got it, ma'am. It says it's up there right behind me, and this says I've already got it. So I've got the purple one, I've got the black one, I don't have the silver one. Now it's interesting because the silver edition of the box set, I'd like to get it because it would be nice. It'd be nice to have that in the collection. And also people that told me not to buy it because it's an identical replica of the set. Actually, I've been proven wrong. It is worth buying it. The silver edition is worth buying it. It's a commemorative edition. It's actually a limited edition that's been brought out. And I saw it in the works a long time ago. They were selling it for £10, and the silver edition is supposed to be pretty good indeed. So you are supposed to get all three of them. But the 40th anniversary of the Queen thing is really good indeed for it. So that's cool. Anyway, go back to Queen on Air for a minute. Queen on Air is a complete and utter travesty, terrible thing to get. Stick to the American version of the Hollow Records version of it. But I can't see how you could get away with it today with Secret Metal. Although here's something that I was told from Gary tonight on Pick TV in Sky Television. They're showing the fucking knows what they're doing with this thing. Tonight on Pick TV, they're showing a 2-hour version of the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. Yeah, tonight. And he says to me, "Are you going to watch it at 9:15?" I says, "Well, I don't have a Freeview box." And he says, "Oh, you can get it online on channels and things." I'm thinking, "Ah, but there's a way I can do it myself." So I'm thinking, right. So they're showing an edited version of the concert for 2 hours. But that means they'll have ad breaks in it as well. So you manage the ad breaks off. it would be the second half of the concert. So how the hell Pig TV is getting away with showing that is a complete joke. So that'll probably be the Blu-ray version of it. That will be the cut version from the various ones they can only use from it and stuff. I mean, I still think to this day that they'll never ever release a complete version of that concert ever. I mean, I've got the complete concert now, which we're going to show on Queen's Day, which we are, but it obviously means that you get to see it all uncut, which is one thing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. In light of what it is, right? Fair enough, right? When Eagle Rock released it, I think it was a complete travesty. They just didn't have no authorization about it. They just messed around with it. They just didn't get it right. Why the hell they wanted to improve the quality of the picture is a joke. And then all of a sudden you don't even include. So all you did was you just took the VHS tape, enhanced it better, and you removed off the MTV thing. That what's her name? Cindy. What's her name? Who did the thing for it? The YouTube thing's are not on there. Transtar's not on there. Neither is the All Def Leppard set on it. Neither is there's a lot of things missed off that DVD altogether. So that's why I can't understand why they won't release the full one when I've already got the full one of it now. So Eagle Rock just doesn't want to beat them on the bush a lot really for it and say, no, we can't do that. We've got to bring out the VHS version of it and let's make a mess of it. Bad mistake. The Blu-ray version is 2.5 hours long. The one I have is complete, start to finish. And it's a 5-hour concert. But I just think they I mean, fair enough, right? Fair enough. They bring it out on VHS first. It's remixed and edited. It's just a TV rip. So what? But it's just like, yes, but you know, we can't really bring things out that we can bring out. What bullshit? Bullshit. You could basically put your own version together. You could put all the inserts into it. But for BBC Two was handed down and they got the rights to it. Well, they actually didn't because all they did was they covered it. But they so did justice for that. And I'm glad that it was done that way. And it was great. And they were on there for a whole day. And that's what I love BBC Two. BBC Two is one of the best stations to this day that does anything. They are brilliant. They are so excellent. Every program they put on, any live concert they put on, they just do it. They don't get any rights from nobody. They just say, they go to BBC One, they say, here, do you guys want to take over us for a bit? And they say, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And then BBC Two goes, say what I'll do. Let's move you guys on to BBC One, and let's take your output from BBC One to BBC Two. Let them guys take over for a bit. That's what I like about BBC Two. They are so brilliant every time. They are. That channel is still to this day one of the best channels that BBC Two ever did. And it's just in the early days. When I was coming home from work, every single Friday night was a brilliant night on BBC Two. Was brilliant. They would show the Bel Air thing. They would show Simpsons. Their trailers were brilliant. You were getting extra big X-Files on there because it was meant for BBC Two, not for thinking that. Twin Peaks for me was another good a show where it was weird. Yeah, Don't gotta say. Bizarre show. But for one good thing, the show's good. In another sense, the show is not bad if you watch it a couple of times. Then BBC Two did Smallville, and then BBC Two did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One show I did like on BBC Two on a Friday was Heroes. I think that was one of the best shows they ever showed, and Heroes was really, really good. Didn't understand anything about it, but watching watching one episode of it, I was wondering, what is this? And I was thinking it's like a Marvel thing. I'm thinking, no, it was really good. It's very good indeed. What I'd like to do tonight is watch Matrix, all 3 movies again. Love that to bits. Love that. Even I still try to find Jackass movies, and I can't find them anywhere. No, apparently nobody on torrent pages have got it, and I think, fuck, I want to watch it. So Yiffy does not have a page anymore. And yeah, it's pretty hard. Pretty hard to get films these days. Yeah. So Jesus, I know. It begs to differ what movies that is well with me getting stuff as well. So thanks. I didn't know that Yiffy did change his Yiffy torrent. Does still do his movies, but it's very hard. Trying very hard to get movies these days. It's very difficult indeed. Very hard, especially those things on say on that Cat Promptons page. Oh, limited to 100 out of 1,000. What's that about? I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But this is why everybody's kind of like now going for the YouTube buys on movies on YouTube. You can buy a movie on YouTube, you can keep it for life, you can download it for life, and it's well worth doing that actually. But they do it for $2.49 for a rental, but you can also download that movie. You can buy it, download it if you need to, and it's there. So really, it's kind of a thing where it is. In one sense, it's good to get a movie you want to watch. If you want a die-hard movie to watch, it's something you need to watch badly for it as well. So seeing that the movies are good now, it is thing for it. But yeah, it's good to get movies you can download and stuff. But you got to be careful what you get though for it. But it's it's probably not going to be here, is it? No. Nothing in there. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so like I say, it's just a matter of trying your best, see what you can get, and I'm actually just having a quick look now on a site to see what more I can get today for it. I've turned on my VPN by the way, because my VPN has to be not tracked. There we go. I'm just going to see if I can get hold of probably going to come up again saying it's not available. No, it's not available. No. Oh, bugger. Well, I'll tell you what I could try. Try something else. I'm not going to be on the stream much longer, guys, because this is a short stream today, and it's just this business basic update for just what happened yesterday. Because I say yesterday was at the stream yesterday I was doing. And I thought today I just thought today I would come on and just basically do a I would just basically just do like an update for yesterday. So yeah, so that's cool. But it's been a week. This week has been really, really good indeed. It's been let's see, my new keyboard and mouse are working out really well indeed for it, and otherwise I might have to buy it on DVD, and I might have to buy the DVDs again. Oh well, it seems to be working on this for some reason. Yeah, we'll have to look later on about it and see what we do with it and stuff. Right, okay. Right, so I'm going to basically leave the stream now, guys, this week, because this is the end of the stream now, because we are coming to an end. So this is a little update, guys, just from yesterday. Obviously, yeah, the stream was planned today, and I did manage to keep it as what I said, which is cool. So I'm not going to be doing much on here now. I'm going to go and have my weekend now to relax and chill for the weekend. It is obviously Bank Holiday Monday, so I'm not here. We're back with you guys on Tuesday for a stream. But it's a short little stream today, guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for another stream of this week as well, which is going to be cool. So hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys next week. Until then, have a great weekend. Bye.